Okay, everybody's spending a lot of time sitting around the house, and it's really easy for everyone to get stiff, and especially through the hip flexors. And so a lot of people are going to probably be trying to go out and run or do some other things to get going, and they're going to start experiencing pain through the hip area. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to show you some stretches to kind of do a little warm up and loosen up those hip flexors in through here. And then I'm going to show you some strengthening moves with some TheraBands. So the first thing that I like to do for my stretches is I like to lean in. Now you want to always make sure that your leg is straight up and down. Your knee should never go over your toe. But if you look at what I'm doing, I've got my knee facing forward and I'm leaning forward. You can see the stretch right in here, and you will feel a stretch throughout this hip. Now you can expand that by putting an arm down and tilting like this, and put another arm down and just reverse it. And you'll feel that stretch, and you can relax and go back to do it again. Pull forward, you'll feel the stretch in through here. Reach up, switch, bring it in, and of course, switch legs. Even if you only have one side of your hip that's hurting, do both sides, release both sides, because if one side is tight, it's probably doing extra work on the other side to compensate. And again, you'll see how I'm leaning in. And then on the inside, and a switch. You can ease up like this, and you can lean in again. You'll feel it all the way through here and on the inside of the hip area. Now there's another one that's really easy to do, and it seems pretty simple to take a look at. But what you do is you lay flat on your back, and you bring your knees up to your chest, and you pull in, and force your lower back down to the floor. Now, hang on to one leg and extend the other one out, and lower it. Bring it in, extend the other one out and lower it, and bring it in. Okay, now you didn't see me because we paused the camera, but I went and grabbed some TheraBands, and I've got these nice thick woven ones, which are much nicer than the rubber ones. And if we ever manage to get back in the gym, you'll see that I brought some to the gym that you can use as well. And these can also be used for stretches, and then we're going to show you a traveling hip strengthener. But with this one, you lay down and you put your foot in and you extend out and down and up and down, and that will help strengthen. And again, make sure your lower back is down solid to the floor. And you're going to, of course, want to switch sides. Now you can also go out to the side and up and out to the side and up, switch, out to the side and up. And when you're going to the side, make sure that you're staying flat on the ground. Now, these can also be incorporated into strengthening exercises. And so once you've loosened up, you need to strengthen up. And so what we do is we take these bands, and there's two different ways to do this. You step in and you have them above your knees. And then what you do is you kind of crouch down, and it's out, in, out, in. Okay? And that's going to help strengthen your hip flexors. Now, to make it even harder, You go to the ankles, out, in, out. You'll notice I'm not able to step nearly as far. Now these bands come in a variety of tensions. So they usually start with small, medium, and large. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure you're using the appropriate strength. If you have the rubber bands, you can feel free to wrap them once around the ankle so that you have a hold, so that as you take your steps, they don't tend to slide off as easily. But I think this will get you started. Now, another thing you can do is you can research hip flexor stretches on Google. And those will take you through a variety of exercises, most of them being yoga. Now, if you're like me, I'm 64 years old and I was flexible 3 decades ago. So remember that as they're showing you these exercises, remember to adapt so that you are able to better do them for you. For example, as you go down and come up for the downward dog, okay, you'll see that my back doesn't bow and doesn't stretch very much, okay? If I'm doing actual yoga, I'm going to be doing this, which, by the way, costs me a lot, okay? Because I'm not that flexible. So take a look at what they're doing and find some videos that are more for beginning, and then move up to intermediate, and then move to advanced. In the meantime, I just heard some news this morning that Governor Burgum is going to be reevaluating when the gym can be open, and he's going to be taking a look at April 20th. Now, that's not for sure, and I will let you guys know when we're available, but keep your fingers crossed that we're going to be back April 20th. We're going to hit the ground running, and hopefully we'll get you guys back in shape. Take care. Love y'all. Bye.